Hey, what up, everybody? We are back with another standard video, and thank goodness Avatar is finally out because I've been wanting to play with this set for a hot minute, and well, I technically already have. So, this video is obviously coming up because of some audio issues that I had in the original upload. Shout out to Kyle for not only being one of the many subscribers that continues to engage with the content, but also for letting me know about this audio issue. But we are back with Firebending Red. Now, yeah, this deck definitely got worse after the ban of Screaming Nemesis, and it definitely got worse after the ban of Heartfire Hero, but it still managed to stick around for a little bit. And I think with some of the additions from the Avatar set, there's a very good chance that this deck will continue to stand out. Now, out of the Avatar set, we're going to try out Firebender Ascension. Alright, it's a 2 mana enchantment that creates a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. That's kind of sick, but the most important part of this card is that whenever a creature attacking causes an ability to trigger, we put a quest counter on this and then we copy those attacking abilities once there are 4 quest counters on there. Hired Claw, the Firebenders are huge for that. Kyle, we're also adding Faded Firepower to just add to that copied ability. Hired Claw with Faded Firepower means that we are making so much extra damage happen. And all the mana from Firebender Ascension definitely makes it a reality. But Firebending mana goes away after, obviously, the combat step is over. So we've got Electro, aka Bayo, as our means of keeping all that red mana around. Whenever we cast an instant or a sorcery, add more, and whenever Bayo leaves the battlefield, not just when it dies, whenever it leaves the battlefield, we can pay X and deal X damage to target player. Sucks that we can't send it at creatures whenever they start to clog up the board, but going at face, especially if we can get something like 3, 4, 5 mana that we can dump into this, definitely seems worth it. Now, the rest of the deck is kind of what you would expect out of red, save a couple of exceptions. We're running Nova Hellkite as our top end. Its creature removal works really well into the Simic decks. Sunspine Links, great against punishing these weird mana bases. Emberheart Challenger, because of course we need to continue being aggressive. As good as Firebending Student is, I think while it can be a good card in this deck, maybe this is just a little bit better because of the haste and because of the Rock Face Village and card draw, pseudo card draw effect. We got Lightning Strike to deal with creatures, Scalding Viper to deal with all these low cost permanents and spells that are seeing play right now. The Lessons deck and the Simic deck really lose some big points when Scalding Viper's on the battlefield. Hired Claw, Burst Lightning, Burnout Bastronaut, all things that we're used to seeing. Fire Nation Palace, another addition from the Avatar set. Again, just firebending on a creature, not bad. And the fact that we basically get to play it as an untapped land considering how many mountains we have in our deck, it's pretty rad. The other interesting addition that we have in here because of Firebender Ascension is Great Train Heist. Alright, pay 4 mana, we can make an additional combat phase happen, add some extra triggers because of Firebender Ascension. Pretty rad. Pay 3, we can give our creatures +1/+0 in first strike. Just pay 2, we get to make some treasure tokens. Alright, pay an additional 6, and we get to do it all. And all that Firebending mana definitely gonna help us get to that point. As far as the sideboard goes, we got some Ghost Vacuums to deal with graveyards. We got Fire Magic to deal with just boards of creatures. Magebane Lizard to punish all types of instant sorcery non-creature spells. Obliterating Bolt to deal with some cards, some permanents that we don't want to have come back. Chandra for the grindy matchups, and a couple more copies of Sunspine Links just to round things out. Alright, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Again, thank you all so much for sticking around. Keep engaging with the content. Let me know what decks you want to see me play. And like always, I'll see you guys in match number 1. All right, match number 1. We get to be on the play. Love that for us. It's kind of a sketchy one-lander. We'll try it, though. Alright, just being able to go Bastronaut into hopefully Scalding Viper if we top deck a land would be rad. These 2 Firebenders Ascensions are really going to hose us, though, so who knows. Alright, gonna start with a Bastronaut, and we're going to yield through the turn. Alright, what's our opponent got? Hopefully nothing good. Okay, opponent just goes for an Agna Kell. Interesting. And us not top decking a land really bites. Okay, so draw and discard. Chances are that might be a control card. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. No. The risky one-lander didn't pay off. Brutal. Alright. Let's swing in. We're at 3rd gear. Come on, opponent. Don't do anything. Just have nothing but lands in your hand. That would be rad. Okay, consult the star charts. Probably mono blue tempo if I had to guess anything. Oh, blue and white. Okay. You're just stocking up? Okay. Can we get a land? Okay. You know what? We'll take it. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and cast the Scalding Viper here. Opponent had to discard a Fountain Port. They're definitely the control deck. They're probably just going to Wrath us this next turn, which I don't like it, but it's fine. Alright, they play another land. Got a lot of basics, so this Sunspine Lynx is looking real dumb right now. Oh. Okay. Well. Neat. Okay. Well, now I'm just going to play this Firebender Ascension because I just want to play to the board. I am so confused. I have no idea what this opponent's doing. Like, I really gotta assume that you're just playing control. Okay, get lost targeting that. I mean, Pinnacle Starcage? Split Up. Split Up is good. Okay. So what do we want here? I think it's just going to be... Okay. Can I get a Bastronaut on the battlefield? Okay, no Quench. Mapping. Sick. Hit a land. Mapping. Okay, hit a land. Less than ideal, but hey, we're still getting somewhere. If they go for an Elspeth, oh, they're just going for Meringue. Okay. I mean, Meringue's not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to play another Firebender Ascension and then just go for these two Bastronauts here. And then run it. If our opponent has another Meringue, we're not super thrilled about it, but there's worse that we could experience. Okay, stock up. Stock up's huge. So, a lot of cards here. They can get another split up. Okay, they're going for the attack. So, land split up on untapped hurts. Are you going to hurt us, opponent? Yeah, they are in fact hurting us. Called that shot from a mile away. Alright, well, here's another one. And here's this. Alright, opponent's going to hit us down to 8. Next turn, we can hit them down to 7. They're not going to demo field this Rockface Village. I don't think there's a single world where they would ever do that. Okay, so we're playing against blue-white control. They're finally showing their hand and just revealing a lot of good information. What are you doing for all of this blue? Okay, there's a white. Wan Shi Tong. Neat. I mean, that's lethal in the air. I mean, that is super lethal in the air. Okay, well. Okay. I mean, I don't think we're going to have much of an ability to fight back here. But we're doing something. And that something is conceding. Alright. So we weren't getting there. Oh god, we definitely weren't getting there anytime soon. Alright. On to sideboarding. What do we want against blue-white control? Magebane Lizards seem like a possibility. And then Chandras and Lynxes also seem like a possibility. Fated Firepower, the Great Train Heist are for sure coming out. I also think if we're doing that, just Bayo and these Firebenders Ascensions might be coming out too. And then we can just go for Magebanes, the Chandras, Lynx, and we gotta cut one more thing. Are 4 Lynxes too many? Maybe? We'll cut a Scalding Viper and then run it like that. Alright, game number 2. We're going to be on the play. we can keep this hand. It doesn't necessarily have the strongest like 1, 2, 3 curve, but it does have a solid 2. Alright, so Mage Bane Lizard. If we hit a third land, going and warping a Nova Hellkite's really good. We've got some burn. We've got Sunspine Links to punish their mana. I like everything that we have going on here. Even though it's maybe a little loose if we don't hit the right stuff. Alright, opponent's mulliganing. I like that. Alright, they mulled 6. Play land, say go. Meticulous Archive. Good start, good start. Keep it on top. Not the card that we want to see. Alright, Mage Bane Lizard, and then we pass. Okay. Declare attackers. Swing. Alright. We're stuck on 2 lands. Opponent plays a stock up. We're just going to go ahead and just lightning strike our opponent. They're down to 15. I would love it if we hit a land. Thank you, deck. Thank you for listening. Alright. Warp in the Nova, swing in for 5, put our opponent down to 10. And now we've got a pretty reasonable clock. Our opponent would take 2 if we can play this Nova Hellkite, or... Risky. Risky, risky. And in response to the Wan Chi Tong trigger, okay. Trying to force me to draw is pretty good. Alright. Are you going to wrath the board? I think you are. Beza. Yowza. Okay, don't like that for us. Multiversal Passage. It's a plains, but it's tapped. Okay, so we are definitely warping this other one. Deck, I would love an extra land at this point. Alright. Opponent's at 9. There's an island. I mean, if they go for another Beza and go up to 13, that really just slows our advance. Okay, attacking, not blocking. If you have a Wrath, you have a Wrath. It's another Beza. Again, calling all of our shots and not particularly fond of it. Alright, so opponent takes 2 here. If they play a Wrath, if they cast any spells, that aren't creatures. They take two. Why are you playing a mountain? No, 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 no. Why are you playing a mountain opponent? Uh-uh. Mountains are not things that you should be playing. Okay. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's super bad. Okay, so if they zero, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Can we live and take 11? I mean, honestly, we probably can't. We probably can't live and take 11. Alright, make some more soldiers. Hmm. Beza gets blocked by a single burnout Bastronaut. Alright. Alright, we lose. Yikes. Alright. Good games to the opponent. See you guys in match number 2. Match number 2. We're going to be on the draw, and honestly, I think we can kind of keep this hand. There's a lot of low to the ground stuff. It's Demir. It's Lessons. I now have so many questions. Are you just blue-black Lessons? Are you Grixis Lessons? Alright, Gran is discarded. Your Sultai. Neat. You are Sultai. Okay. Does that change how this game is going to go for us? Probably not. In all honesty, I don't think that's going to change much for us. Alright, we need to kill this Granny. Gran's got to die. It's not even close. Okay, Undercity Sewer. Binning a swamp. God, you have another bookworm? Okay. These are pretty strong. Emmett Selk. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and do this. And we got stonewalled by just the Granny into everything else. Okay. If you show me Superior Spider-Man, I'll show you this concede button. That's brutal. Alright. Turn 5 comboed us. Alright, we're bringing in these Ghost Vacuums. We're definitely taking out the Fated Firepower Great Train Heist because those are way too slow. Bayo and a single Firebender Ascension can come out. And we're going to bring in these extra Lynxes because they punish their mana and run it like this. Alright, We're going to be on the play for game number 2, and it's fine, but it doesn't have any of our sideboard stuff. This will have to do. I think we're in such a weird spot that we have to keep this hand over anything else. I want to put back this lightning strike just because we need to have something to take out Gran if they play it. Okay. Burst lightning and okay. No shock. Love that. Alright. We hit the ghost vacuum. I like that for us. Willow Rush Verge. Are you going to play a creature here? Maybe? Okay. Firebender Ascension? I want to see this opponent kill our stuff. Okay, good. Alright, so Arden's really good. You need to specifically have things to beat down our board. Harvester of Misery is a beating of a card. Alright. Well, bad news is we didn't hit anything cool there. Worse news is if our opponent taps out for something, this could be really bad. Okay. Just Watery Grave. Overlord. Taking that. Okay. Well, they took a bookworm. Okay, deck. I would like to stop seeing lands. Okay, if we can get a just soul tie. Alright, well, we are eating that bringer. Alright. Destroy our ghost vacuum. Well, while you're doing that, we're going to kick this and send it at your face. Opponent's at least down to 11 now. And we know that you've got a little guy in your hand. Alright, there's the links. Alright, you're at... There's another harvester. Okay. Intimidation Tactics Harvester. So you brought in Intimidation Tactics. I don't know if I would have done that. Alright, Superior Spider-Man. you have it come in as a interesting. Yes, yes, quite. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Well, swing in. Doesn't have anything cool. I just want to see you block. Alright, there you go. Yay, we took game number 2. Alright. Game number 3. Do we want to do anything different? No. Run it back. Run it back. Back. Alright. This hand is terrible. In no world do we ever keep this hand. We got burned by... Oh my god. Why is this so bad too? We got burned by a one-lander once. Alright. Intimidation tactics. You got your choice, opponent. You're probably taking the Hired Claw, though. Like, if I was in your shoes, just take the Hired Claw. Yeah. Alright, Burst Lightning. That's something that we can top deck. Okay. Now the question is, will we get the chance to do anything cool? Okay, what's opponent about to cast here? Oh, Bitter Triumph. Targeting our Viper. I mean, Caraveau, Superior Spider-Man, taking out our stuff is going to be real nice. Analyze the Pollen, getting an island. Next turn you can Superior. The most blessed of top decks. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, love this for us. End of combat. We're going to play this other one and say go. Alright. We know that our opponent has an island and 3 unknowns. You exile the Arden? Okay. Exiling your own Arden to get a Harvester of Misery. Okay. Alright. Well, good news. I can give this Firebending 4. Alright, gonna go ahead and cast this. Target you. And then... Use that mana. And okay. So we know that you've got a Harvester. You bend a Superior Spider-Man. You've got a land in hand. So Harvester's gonna hurt. Or you just do that. Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. It's a 5/5. It's a 5/5. Swing. Swing at us. Do it. You may discard a card. When you do, return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. I should have thought about the Analyze the Pollen there. Analyze the Pollen was a really good card. What? Okay. Interesting. Alright. Opponent's gotta have it here. I don't know what they could have, but they gotta have something. Wild that they didn't attack with that. That would have given them something. Alright, well, we need to top deck any burn spell. Any burn spell off the top wins us the game here. I also just think any removal spell for our opponent. Ooh, actually, crazy line here if our opponent sees it. They have to Harvester cycle on Sunspine Links. They have to then reanimate it with Arden, and then they wipe our entire board and get in for a solid 9 burger. Yikes! Do they see it, though? Do they see it? I think they do. They absolutely see it here. Oh, even better. They just double cycle on this with the trigger on the stack. That's nice. Yeah, I think they see it. I think they see it. Maybe. Okay, yeah, they do. So, Harvester. Alright. You Superior. Get it back. -2/-2 to everything. And then get in for 5. That takes me down to 6. That goes away. And that's not gone now. Oh, I see why. It's because of the legend rule. Yeah. Yeah. You got us, opponent. GG's. Alright. See you guys in match number 3. Match number 3. We're going to be on the play. We're playing against Jacob Pablo, so it's definitely just Is It Shenanigans. Alright, this is a good hand against Is It Shenanigans. We get to go Hired Claw into Scalding, into Nova, and potentially into Sunspine Links if everything turns out well. So, don't hate that. Let's see if our opponent's going to keep their 7. rolled a 6. Okay. That's a start. Alright. Going with a Hired Claw. Will the Hired Claw Dired Claw? Alright. Let's go ahead and play this. Cool. Now, was there some utility in maybe playing this with that on the stack? No, because it's just going to happen regardless. We play the Scalding Viper, then this dies to that on the stack. Alright. Are you going to quench me? No. Okay. Not getting quenched. You are not slating my thirst. This is lessons, though. Alright. Neat. Alright. Tapping some mana. Abandon attachments. You quenching me? No. Alright. Swinging 9. It's a good trade. It's a real good trade. Take out both of my creatures for yours and you gain a land? Or you gain a card out of it? FOMO? Boomerang? What? Okay. And this is where we lose. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Where's the removal spell? Show me the removal spell. Third sleight of hand. Show me the removal spell. Alright. Bash in for 4. Oh, that's a row. Okay. Bash in for 4. No. You didn't bash in for 4. Alright, well there's a Bastronaut. And it would be great if you would not kill this thing. Okay, accumulate wisdom. That tracks. You're playing Sokka? Okay. Sure. Just looting a bunch more. Make an otter. Frostcliff Siege? Yeah. Yeah, dog. Okay, there's Firebending lesson. I mean, that's 8, 11. You just swing with everything. I don't see why you don't swing with everything. But okay. have any haste threats that would make this a thing where you're worried. Alright, so we're going to be on the play for game number 2. What do we want here? Mage Banes for sure. Fire Magics for sure. Faded Firepower's trash right now. Bayo's trash. Train Heist is trash. And these Firebenders Ascensions aren't that great. And run it. Alright. On the play. Hand works. Hand works. Alright, so do that. Okay, doesn't die immediately. Like that for us. Okay. And pass. And boomeranging, probably getting back the Storm Chaser? No, just another Storm Chaser. Okay. Swing. I mean, that's rough, but okay. Should we have played this Emberheart Challenger? Probably not. But let's see what Homie does here. Another removal spell is going to be backbreaking. Because I don't think we're going to be able to just overcome the raw power that Homie's putting on board. We're taking 8. Okay. Never have I wanted to hit a fire magic more. It's a mountain. That is a mountain. Okay. Rough beat for us. Broadside Barrage. Cool. Just killing one of those. And are we going to get anywhere with this? Taking 4. Played a mountain. Play a mountain. And show us a couple spells. Show us a couple spells. Cool. That's 4. Play the land. Ah, why? Why? Alright. Well. That's a good one. We can concede to that. Alright. See you guys in match number 4. Alright, match number 4. We are going to be on the play with a great hand, honestly. Perfect curve. 1, 2 into 3. And hopefully with a 4th. Alright, our opponent's mulliganing. So let's play Hired Claw and pass. Alright. Our opponent's definitely on Dimir. So just sending 4 upstairs to their face. Honestly, this is a lot of pressure to put on this opponent. Oh. Their bounce. Does that change things for us? I wouldn't say that it does. Now we're just dealing 6 to them. Boomerang basics that back. Shocking Watery Grave. Nowhere to run. And cool. Taking an extra 2. You need to figure out a way to deal with this. Which they've got ways. Okay. I mean, by all means, opponent. You're killing 1. Taking 4 to the face. I mean, you can kill this and gain a life? Cool. Stock up. You need land tragic trajectory. Alright, opponent scoops it up. Cool beans. So they are Dimir bounce. Let's look at Mage Bane. Our Lynx is good. Maybe. I know Bayo, Faded Firepower, Great Train Heist are definitely coming out. We'll take out a Firebender's Ascension and at least bring all of these in. And then what else do we want to take out? Again, there's some world where we just bring in these extra Lynxes and call it a day because they deal extra damage. So, yeah, we'll drop another couple of Ascensions and run it. Okay. Wow, this hand does not cast any non-creatures, but it works. Alright. Land tapped. Well, let's go Bastronaut. I mean, if they kill Bastronaut, that's cool. Okay. This is less than ideal. We will end up doing a lot of damage to ourselves with this Sunspine Lynx at this rate. In fact, I honestly suspect we'll do less damage to our opponent than we will to ourselves. Alright, let's see. Opponent plays a swamp. They got a basic. But so do we, baby! Alright. I can be happy with this. Okay, well, you're not taking one. We did clear their board. That's actually pretty sick. All things being recognized here. All things being equal. Day of Black Sun. Okay, well, now I definitely just want to do this and make you cast a bunch of non-creature spells. Okay, unable to scream. Targeting that's pretty rude, if I do say so myself. Alright, that's dead. Not even a question. That's just super dead. Alright, well, we know that the opponent has a Ottermaker and two unknowns. Alright, we're about to know one of the unknowns, that's for sure. It's another one. Now, surely, you're not going to kill my Sunspine Lynx. What? Hello? Opponent? Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this. I mean, personally, what are you going to block? Are you just going to chump it all? No? You chump one and you take none. You let your fear die. There's something poignant in probably saying, we let our fear die. Okay, enters and leaves, draw a card. Yeah, this is just Dimir bounce. Okay, you're stunning the cat. Play a swamp. Okay, bash in for 4. Except it's now 2. Now, should we have been so quick to play that mountain? Probably not. Storm Chaser getting back. Honestly, Storm Chaser getting back Boomerang basics goes pretty crazy here. And then that's 6, 8. 8 puts us to 7. You've got lethal on board. Uh, I mean, we're gonna swing 9. It would be silly for our opponent to block here. They'll go to 4, and then it's just they kill us on the crackback. But we need to make sure that they see it, and just holding on to a land and pretending that we even have some type of interaction would have been insane. Okay. No response. Yield all. Alright. You did that. Cool. Okay, cool. You've got 2 spells. More than I need to see. Alright. On to game number 3, where we get to be on the play. We can maybe be a little bit more proactive. Let's go ahead and just drop. Let's drop a Lynx and a Hellkite. Those fire magics are going to be way more impressive, I feel like, in game 3. Alright, game number 3, we're going to be on the play, and hand works. Let's go ahead and start off with a Hired Claw. We've got every piece of hate that we could imagine here. Wow, you just trajectory that. Okay. Well, definitely doing this now. And shoot the sheriff. How do you have everything right now? I say that like we also weren't just insanely blessed with the turn that we had. At least the first couple of sequences that we had. I think if we led Bastronaut and see it die, I think we were still in the same position either way. We were fairly cooked, but you never know. Okay, nowhere to run. Hitting the battlefield. Targeting the Scalding Viper. Yup. Oh god. We're hitting so many mountains right now. Okay. Opponent's down to 17. And we... If they bounce this thing back to their hand... Yep. So now we definitely cannot activate. Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, we've basically dealt 1 damage per turn. Okay. you've got a Nowhere to Run in hand. There's the other card. Not swinging for 2 in the air. Interesting choice. Interesting choice, opponent. Alright. Letting that land come in tapped. That's dead. Okay. Well, now you're definitely just going to take a damage. No. Grim Bobble. Okay. I mean, are you gonna activate your Restless Reef? Your last card is literally just this Nowhere to Run. Okay. Level that up. What are you getting? It's the Shoot the Sheriff. Alright, well, you're taking 5. And I can get behind that. So, opponent takes 5. We take 2. Speed goes up to max speed. But that's not all that useful for us. Alright, what you got, opponent? Are you going to cast it? Are you going to surveil? Okay, you animate. Respect. Who you milling? You're milling me. Alright, what you milling? Oh, thank God, it's a bunch of lands and a Hellkite, but it's a bunch of lands. Alright, well, go ahead and do it. It's better to take 1 than it is to take 3. And I'm fairly willing to just take 5 right here. Cool. I'm pretty willing to take 6. Alright. I am only taking 3. Ooh, that Firebender's Ascension is trash right here. And you basically just get to get back Tragic Trajectory or Shoot the Sheriff or Yeah. What do I need here? I need this opponent to go and somehow put two more non-basics onto the field, and for me to hmm, two more non-basics, and then I need to hit a cat, but I don't have two more hits that I can take. I've got one turn. Well, no, I've got more than one turn actually. I've got more than one turn. What you doing for a blue opponent? Boomerang basics targeting the bobble. Play the bobble. That's 6, 10, 12. I am dead. I am super dead. Opponent. No! Why? Why? You're giving me a shot now. Never mind. I am still taking 12. Alright. Show me what I'm getting, deck. Show me. Oh, wow. Okay. Nope. GG's opponent. See you guys in match number 5. Alright, match number 5. We're going to be on the draw, and honestly, don't hate this hand. We can go Hired Claw into Bastronaut or Hired Claw into Scalding Viper. There's a lot of options depending on what our opponent's turn 1 is. Unfortunately, that is a turn 1 that we don't have anything to deal with until this turn. Get wrecked, Gene Pollinator. Okay. Let's play both of these. And as long as you don't do anything wild this turn, opponent, we can start to get somewhere. It's crazy how we're not getting anywhere. Yeah, that just shoots any chance we had of Nova Hellkiting this thing in the foot. Yeah, smart to avoid doing that. Well. I mean, you never block this, especially if you have an Ouroboros in hand. Like, it's just not happening. Okay. Well, play the Willow Rush. Innkeeper's Talent. Okay. You swing with any of those. Happy to take them. Alright. That's dead. If you have anything to protect this stuff, cool. Alright, well, good news. We don't have to worry about them copying the Boyd. Bad news. We still might be dying. Oh, that's a cub. That's a cub. That's a Tyvar. Everything about this hand sucks for us. Well, that's dead. In total, we have dealt 5 damage to our opponent. And I think we won't be dealing any more in this game. Just a crazy thought there. Okay, Firebender Ascension. It's fine. It's not fine. Okay, tapping for 2, 4, and... Yep, we can concede to that. Alright. So the matchup that I thought we'd be playing a whole lot more. Alright, so what do we want here? Unfortunately, it's like none of the Avatar cards. We want Obliterating Bolt. We want Fire Magic. We want Lynx because they're just trying to do everything. And yeah, all of that's out for basically the most bare bones mono red deck ever. Alright, game number 2. We're on the play. Nope, not keeping that. This, however, we will keep. So the double Scalding Viper seems really solid until you think about the fact that we've got the Lightning Strike and the Fire Magic. Like, Lightning Strike isn't damaging us, but Fire Magic's going to kill everything. Okay, so making that green, but it's tapped. Oh ho ho. But this is tapped. Alright, Mountain. Both of those play a Viper. Badger Mole Cub. Alright. And there's another thing. Alright. Your $60 piece of cardboard got killed by my, like, 2-cent one. Yes, yes. Hmm. Well, all your stuff is dead. Oh, I really wish we could stop those Badger Mole Cub triggers. Oh, God. If only we could stop the Earthbending triggers. Neat. Alright. Well, opponent's at 13. And we are not. Alright, well, we're going to hold this Lightning Strike. Whatever you play, if it's big enough, it will die. Okay, so literally just okay into this right now, and in no other matchup. As cool as it would have been to just play this out, warping it and ensuring that we can pump this so that we at least deal 6 was a nice move. Okay. Pump that up. And I mean, do you have the ability to kill this at instant speed? Surely not. Surely you don't, opponent. You're thinking about it. Okay. Declare attackers. No shot. You have a freaking Tishana's Tidebinder, bro. Okay. You gotta block it with something. Good to know about Tidebinder. Okay. Level that up. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. Do your worst. Yeah. Sick. All right, game 3. Yeah, we're just running it back. No questions, just run it back. We keep this hand. This is a terrible one-lander, but we keep this hand. We have the ability to kill almost every single one of their things. It starts with us killing this. Alright, we had to keep this hand because it's just... It's one drop heavy, but it's hateful. Okay. Okay. Let's just play out the Hired Claw. Because they don't go for it here, do they? They don't go for the Boyd. Okay, well, we definitely just do this. Blow up your whole board. And now we're not going to race. We're going to play it slow and steady. Okay. Well, I think now we just play out the hand and we hope that everything works out. We get to go to speed 4 next turn and have 2 double striking 2/2s. So, it's something. Alright. Badger Mole Cub deals a damage. Leveling that up. Do you have a... No. Okay. Okay. Well, well, well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we gotta do this. We have to attack like this. Just to guarantee. Alright. So, do you have the ability to deal with everything we're doing? Do you have an extra blocker that you can make? Unable to scream? We're so close. We're so close. And the opponent scoops it up. Let's go. Alright, see you guys in the wrap up. Alright, so a less than stellar league. Normally, these red decks would take advantage of a developing metagame, but as we saw, we definitely were the one that got taken advantage of. The bounce deck is pretty bad for us. Most black decks are really bad for this type of mono red archetype to play into. The deck is fine. These avatar cards are not as good as they could be. Faded Firepower never showed up. Firebending is fine as a mechanic, but it's not really doing a whole lot for us here, and just weakening our deck by playing stuff like Great Train Heist and Bayo and Faded Firepower really takes away from the overall power that this deck could produce. Are you better just playing Demir? Maybe. But who wants to do that? Would you be better playing Is It? Maybe. But who wants to do that? You can get him dead in red, and all it takes is just the right cards and a little bit of luck. But don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button, share this video out, make some comments, and let me know what you guys want to see me play. The format's still developing, so I'm open to ideas. Hopefully, you'll see some non-red decks here over the next couple of days. But until then, peace.